So thank you for that. There are cloths that are for personal hygiene and for cleaning our households, for creating households using water only. They're enhanced, they've got enhanced antibacterial properties because they also contain silver. And the growth of pathogens and the use of silver technology, they have very good absorption of moisture. So they can absorb liquid 7 times its weight. Very unique cleansing ability. You can use them without using household chemicals because clean water is sufficient effectively to remove contaminants. How does this happen? Is because they're made using patented smart microfiber that was developed in Japan, and it was used in obstetrics and cosmetics. So special technology of splitting, twisting, and hollow fiber, and 100% capillary effect is made. And silver nanoparticles obviously are antibacterial and antiviral effect. And together with silver technology, I'll show you how that microfiber works in practice. And together with silver technology, they have universal qualities. So they perfectly remove any dirt and doesn't damage they don't damage any surface and don't leave any smudges.
To our depot, to jest to, jak to będzie, to our depot.
Ty o
Tak, to co to znaczy to our depot, do innego depotu?
do naszego our.
Yeah, there are various lines that Greenway offers, Aquamagic, Aquamatic, and Biotrim at the moment in Europe, but however, there are more products. We'll talk about some of them later. The whole of idea of Greenway is not just for our personal space, but for the whole of environment, because as we know, we breathe air every second. Oxygen is created 20% by forest and trees, but 8% by oceans. Now, ocean's pH is decreasing rapidly. It used to be 8.2 pH, now it's 7.8. If it gets below 7.39, there won't be no living organisms in oceans, and therefore there won't be enough oxygen for us. So it's very important that we do our bit, and with Greenway, we have the chance of not pouring the chemicals down the drain, and we can do our bit. Of course, we don't have to wait for the governments to step in, and it's very trendy at the moment, isn't it? Because it's big emphasis on ecology, and we can be part of it where we do our bit. Greenway not only does cloths, so these are some of the sample products that they offer at the moment. So they're dried cosmetics, there's natural functional teas. I would be very excited to say that apparently some products are going to be available in Europe, should be this month, definitely this year. So there should be some teas and probably oils, but we don't know for sure. It will all come. What happened? We need to congratulate. You probably saw some of these awards that Greenway got. It was on 17th of September in Russia. On this charity, Greenway became the winner of the best social project of Russia, because they are not only charity or they don't want to be just a company receiving certificates and awards, but they do care for people and for people to become more environmental friendly, and for the world around us is cleaner. They were awarded one of the enterprises that contribute significantly to development of the social sphere. Because Greenway, this is very exciting. I don't know if you knew this, but behind the scenes, they don't only offer the products, but they also do a lot of work for our environment. So Greenway advocates for nature conservation and restores forests destroyed by fires. They also recycle their products. So the old products, our cloths at the moment, they will, in Russia, there are bins, recycling bins that could be collected, and then their new products are made out of those. Also, Greenway cares about animals. This year, they have been providing financial support for dolphin rescue centers, which is just amazing. Again, I don't know if you knew that, but they will continue to follow the environmental path, because we need to, obviously, the philosophy and the whole idea is to be conscious of the consumption and concern for the environment. Another news we have from the forum's leader in Sochi, which was on 15th and 16th of September. Amongst all the entertainment, training, and award ceremonies, there were also new products introduced, which is natural absorbent, Velalab liquid, and Revital Gel Velab. These are more details is to follow. They were I don't know when these will come to the UK and to Europe, because they have to get all licenses for European market. But it's very exciting because these are, again, they seem to be, I don't know, second immune system from what I heard. So can't wait for that. I don't know if it was Darinka, I suppose, or whoever was, out of any leaders that were on part of this. I know in Slovakian group did had a meeting in Slovakia, about 40 of them or 50. And if there are any other news that you know about that came, then by all means let us know. But it was, I can't wait for these products to come. We have Darinka. I know Darinka is with us as well. He's lives in Slovakia, but she's a scientist and works and studied and worked in chemistry. So she will be able to understand a bit more here and probably explain a bit more here. Because what I want to talk about is, we all say that, yes, we want to eliminate chemical products and use Greenway products, because that's only, we can use it with water, and we know now why, because a combination of patented microfiber, smart fiber, and silver technology is sufficient enough. Probably even well, it's healthier as well. I decided to talk about washing laundry and washing dishes today. Those two products, or type of washing, cleaning detergents, because they're something that we do on a daily basis. We use traditional, most of people use traditional washing powder that we've been conditioned using, and also washing up liquid, unless we have a dishwasher, and then we use the capsules. What are the chemicals really? I mean, just seeing these warning signs, as you can see on this slide, they should be an indication for us that that is definitely something not right, and we should not healthy for our body, because our skin is actually the biggest organ. It's about, on average, about 2 meters long, and it's these toxins that are listed here, for example, that get in our on surfaces, in our clothes, dishes. They penetrate through our skin into our organs, and as we know, but I mean, it was on one of the Zooms from Russia, where a dissected body was found 3 to 5 kilograms of these chemicals. What are really the ones in washing powder is this 1.4 dioxin, which it's found, as you can see in here, it's found in paints and varnishes. But however, it's also a leading brand of laundry detergent. So it can irritate the skin. It takes about 30 washes for these chemicals to come out of our washings, our clothes. And we wear them every day and we sleep in our bed sheets. So the ones who've used Greenway products, you know that we have an alternative, which are natural washing powder. And then also we will talk about how we can eliminate washing up liquid as well. Another substance that is that can be present in this washing powder are phosphates, and all of these nonylphenol, ethoxylates, phenols, and phosphates. They also are very harmful to the environment, to the fish and in water, because they're polluting. And of course, when they are all these chemicals, even though they are being treated in sewage before they go, not everything is ecological friendly. Another one are these optical brighteners. They're mostly in powder, washing powder, not in gels, because you have different capsules and gels as well. They are additives that emit blue light and make whites appear whiter by tricking the eye. Now this is, I didn't even know this before I got involved in Greenway, because we are so conditioned. We watch the news and commercials, not the news, commercials, and what's on it really? Pharmaceutical products, food products, cleaning products, yeah, washing up liquids, conditions for, I don't know, cosmetics. So products that are circled that we have to buy on a regular basis. And it's absolutely shocking to me, because I don't judge anybody who uses them still, but I haven't, since I've been part of the Greenway, I don't use anything else for washing my clothes but our washing strips. And of course, yeah, as you can see, these remained in clothes long after washing, which may cause irritation. And in addition, they also decompose relatively slowly and can be toxic to marine life. What is the history? In the olden days, our grandmas used to bang clothes with sticks. I know Darinka was talking about this last time on Slovakian Zoom, where the water becomes softer and it breaks down the molecules, and it gets into the laundry. The same way soap works as well. So it softens the water so that it can get inside. Then, because it was a long time to clean, then we had wash machines that were invented, and after the World War, there was chemical industry boost. However, none of these were properly tested. They were not tested against for damage to our health. It was just big boost, and even until now, manufacturers are not by law required to put all ingredients onto the bottles. Now that is very scary, because we still don't know properly what it is, what's inside all the products that we use. So, and then of course in 1930s, builders, I know Darinka again was talking about it. She can explain what that means. I suppose builders is something that connects the couple of chemicals getting together. I mean, I don't know much about this, but I'm sure she would be able to tell us. So they have serious environmental consequences as well. And yeah, it takes 30 times for them to 30 times to rinse the clothes for it to come out. Dishwashing, that's something that we do every single day in our household, because we eat every day, unless we're on water detox or something. In the UK, we spend £310 million a year on dishwashing detergent. Out of the 130 plus million British households, they buy 150 million bottles of This is just one brand, Fairy Liquid, each year. Imagine even the bottles, even just the plastic bottles that we throw away. It's 150 million bottles, just the UK, let alone the whole Europe and the world. Fairy Liquid is the biggest, is the most mostly used brand in the UK. That's why I'm talking about it, and also I researched stuff about it. So it's approved by the British Skin Foundation, but I know we say that, so it's all safe. However, that is not all that seems, because that is a charity that Procter & Gamble, along with many other product manufacturers, supports financially. So only really Procter & Gamble people working in labs know what is inside. If you want to find out and you ask them, they will say you can find out on the internet, because you don't know. The data sheets are shown, so you can see what's on the data sheet, but they are not all of them are listed, and they are not obliged to put all the information on it. So again, what's inside? It's the ionic and non-ionic detergents. They can cause irritation to the skin. As you know, there are a lot of people that are allergic to any washing up liquid, so people have to wear gloves, or our skin is very dry after washing dishes, and it can cause irritation to the skin, eyes, and mucous membranes. Some can be contaminated with the again, that 1.4 dioxane, which was in the washing powder, and several of the detergents and perfumes are known as allergens and sensitizers. Also, using hot water with these chemicals then it rises, and once we inhale it, it can cause irritation to our eyes and the respiratory tract. So again, if you look at the back of the bottle, you can make an experiment. These are the list. This is the list that you will see, or that I found. And the one on the right is really what's in there. All of these, again, I'm not a chemist, so I don't know much about chemistry. But these are toxins, literally, that get in our. They stay on our dishes, and also in the UK, it's very common to wash dishes and not rinse them. You know, like when they plug the hole in the sink, put water in there, put all the dishes, and then wash them, and just leave them to dry. So that foam stays in there. So don't even rinse them. And of course, then we put up food on our plates and we eat it. And okay, one sitting or one, I don't know, using of these dishes is not going to harm us. But when we do it several times a day, several years in life, then we wonder why there are so many people with allergies and cancers and apologies, my printer's printing. So yes, they slowly and blindly, we don't even realize how damaging they are to our body. And that's what we said, like once a person dies and the body is dissected, then there is a lot of chemicals found in our bodies. Now, what can we have instead of these chemicals? Because once we know, and I suppose anybody now, if there is an option not to use any when we decide we don't want these toxins in our life, in our bodies, Greenway offers these products that are made with 3 different types of washing strips. You can, they are dissolved easily in water. You can see what they contain. We've got Nani, which smells like flowery. This is how it looks like. Then we have Verona, Nani, and Blanc, using different oils, essential oils. Nani uses aloe vera, and macadamia oil is in Verona, and coconut oil in Blanc. They're all natural products, and a lot of people use them for different things, like washing their hair or as hand wash or body wash, because it's still less harmful than cosmetic products that are on the market. Mostly traditional, of course. There's some better ones as well, more natural ones. But Greenway only actually suggests to use these for washing laundry. Here's a short video, just like when we compared a capsule that was, well, it's Persil, but any of them. I used to use Ariel, and I loved it. And I love the smell. And after using these strips, I don't like the smell of Ariel now. It's too strong. It's amazing how when you don't kind of detox your body, how you don't want to go back to the old one. So we'll fast forward it. Well, this is what we are. I don't know, it's a couple of minutes, but the results is in here. So traditional washing powder is all cloudy and blue, and our Greenway washing strip is nice and clear. So that's an alternative to washing clothes and laundry. What is an alternative to washing dishes? Greenway suggests Absolute Line, which is a selection or combination of different cloths. Absolute Line consists or contains nano-silver particles. We could probably talk about nano-silver for a very long time, and I don't know if we have a very special guest in here this evening, but I don't know if I even Michaela, I don't know, might be not. I'll tell you in a minute. So these Absolute cloths are we have there, especially this one, this dishwashing cloth. You can see with magnifying glass the structure of the fiber. I don't have any green one here, but I've got, because there's a new line, new colors in here. And they have, so from one side is rough and a smooth one on the other. Then there is Absolute Sponge. So you can wash your dishes with these. They all have nano silver. You will see it on these etiquettes here, which has got silver line on them, and also you'll have silver on the box. Then there is corduroy cloth, nano silver. There's a whole set that contains various cloths. You have fluffy one for glass and metal surfaces. Then kitchen towel that is available now is on its own as well. And then brilliant cloth for absolutely everything. I can't get enough of that. It comes in a beautiful gift box, as you can see on here. There are various cloths in there. It's definitely recommended. I can't get enough. So yes, these cloths are not expensive for what they are. Ratio, price, and quality is absolutely laughable. Because apparently there are some nano silver cloths that used to be or are on the market, but it's even sometimes 10 times more expensive than our green cloths, our Greenway cloths. For example, this one for dishwashing, which comes in now 3 different colors, is €4.40. Now, what did we say? How much we spend in the UK on washing up liquid? 300 million a year. That lasts, Greenway says, 2 years. I've had mine for 5 months. Absolutely brilliant. You can wash anything greasy, sticky, wash your dishes. I do have dishwasher as well, so obviously it's a combination of things. But it's a way. Just wanted to people kind of more realize how important it is, what we really have here. And to me, it's revolutionary because I haven't seen anything like that on the market. So there are various cloths that you can use, of course, for drying. Again, that comes in different colors. For also you can use the cloths for yellow ones for keeping the vegetables and fruit fresher. You can put it in the fridge. It absorbs nitrates as well. There were some tests. You can have the nitrates test. So that's a kitchen one, another one in different color. So there's so many benefits. I mean, it's due to having this using the silver technology inside, or having these nano silver particles inside. We really don't need to be scared to use them in your kitchen. Absolutely not. Or on your dishes. There was a friend of mine who asked me, well, are you really sure that you can chop chicken or meat on a chopping board with a knife, and then only wash it with this cloth or with that one? And I said yes. And why? Because I don't know. I don't work in a lab, and I don't have an option to be able to, I don't know, make a test of what is on that chopping board before and after. But I have seen with me personally. This is my stepdaughter who was painting wooden fence, and she didn't wear any gloves, so she put this wooden dye. It got onto her skin. When I saw her, that was, I don't know, one day, a few months, 2-3 months ago, and I thought this brown bit here was on this part of her arm as well. So when I saw her arms, I thought, I asked her, what do you have? He said, skin condition. And she said, no, it's just this dye got on my arms and I can't get rid of it. And I said, well, what do you mean? She said, well, it's been 5 days and I can't get rid of it. And I said, well, surely. And she said she tried everything. She went to the chemist, she asked for chemicals, she used natural products, vinegar, everything, and she was scrubbing and scrubbing. 5 days, it was like embedded in her skin, like a tattoo or something. She could not get rid of it. So I was quite new at that point to Greenway. However, I thought, okay, if it absorbs nitrates and everything else, let me go and try. And as you can see, our Greenway cloth here in her arm. Went home and brought her this cloth, wet it, squeeze the water out so there's no water dripping, put it around her arm for 20 minutes. That's what they suggest for fruit and veg to put in this cloth for nitrates to disappear, or for the cloth to, for smart microfiber as well as nano silver will absorb these and kill them. So I put it around her arm for 20 minutes, and then we just literally just took it off. Now it was 5 days that no hand washes, no shower gels, no, I don't know, she's paint strippers, vinegar, nothing managed to take it off. Why? That is, I suppose, that nano silver, and there have been many other evidences, or I don't know, experiences with these cloths. If it's for personal, any kind of skin problems, any burns, if you get scratch, like I don't know, burn from the sun, or any, I don't know, infections. I use this cloth as well I put it on on my cheek because my tooth got infected, and that was during the lockdown. So my dentist was shut and we didn't have anywhere to go. So I put it on my cheek, and literally the following morning I fell asleep with it. The following morning, the pain and also it wasn't swollen anymore, without any antibiotics and without any painkillers. So apparently it absorbs the bacteria and everything, all the pathogens. So I suppose it all took it out and it was all fine. So it's very good for any infections. Also bed sores for people that are in hospitals, many, many uses. This is something that, I don't know, Michaela, are you here? Because we have, I don't know if we have the honor, I can't really see. We have some participants in here, but we might have a very, very, very special participant this evening. Is a guru in nanosilver technology. I don't know if, because we contacted Michaela Croisi, I don't know if I pronounce it right as well, who lives in Holland, and she works in, I don't know, for Nanomineralen company. They don't do just nano silver, obviously, but I don't know, nano platinum and different nano particles. And there is an amazing, brilliant 1.5 hour webinar on YouTube as well. You can find and watch if you like. And that was only about nanosilver. So I found out a lot about it, and as I said, we don't even have an hour. I don't know. That would have to be a webinar on its own. So perhaps, maybe we would love to get Michaela on here for us so that she could tell us why and how, basically everything about nanosilver. Because I know we say that and we say it to our partners, but this is all about the products that is selling so well, and the whole vision and idea is spreading so fast. It's because it works. But we go, why? A lot of people go, well, why does it work? Because it's only water. It can't. But yeah, maybe Michaela will be able to tell us because she knows so much about it. Ines, do you use Absolute cloth on your cheek, wet or dry? It was wet. It was wet. I use it for any kind of pain, or if you have headache, if you have anything, any pain, I don't know, on your arms, and then it's always, because it's more efficient when you do it wet, when you use it wet. However, if it's an open wound, maybe, then use it dry. Niega is good for that as well. So I don't know, obviously smaller. I use that one. I fold it in few places, like few times, and put it on my cheek. And it's happened 2 or 3 times during the lockdown. And the dentist said, well, it's okay. It doesn't need to come out yet. So she said, unless it gives me trouble because of my wisdom tooth. You're welcome, Ines. But I swear by it. If there is any pain that you have, maybe swollen ankle or some kind of starting, because mostly the cause is an infection. So if that is the case, just put it around the affected area, and you will see. So good luck. Enjoy, everybody, these gloves. So that's about the products. And the chemicals. I didn't want to. We could go on about it for a very, very long time, but we only have these an hour and it's 40 minutes now. So, do you have any questions about any of the, I don't know, about washing powder, washing strips, or Absolute line? The beautiful new colors, because there was my auntie actually said, oh, my kitchen is brown and bathroom, and they done these yellow and create like colorful different colors don't suit me, so she has got these now on order because that didn't suit her. So of course we are all trendy as well. Darinka, you can well, I was going to ask you about these you know, the builders and everything that did that all make sense in of what the chemicals were concerned and all the, or are there any other chemicals that you would think that would be quite useful for us to know and be pleased that we don't have to use them anymore? Or perhaps we can tell our partners, the new potential people that we see. And because our mission is to spread this idea. And one of the things, as well as environmental benefits, are these health benefits. So if we know, if they know people, or if we educate ourselves more and more about why they are damaging, what causes it, and what we can, because there, yes, there's allergies, cancers, asthma, lung, different diseases. And this is 50% of all toxins are caused by these daily use of chemicals. So we have the option now, not to.
Yes, maybe I can say, Katka, welcome everybody, yeah, from Slovakia.
Thank you, Darinka. Hi.
Hi, everybody. Maybe I can do just very short summary from my previous knowledge in my 25 years in chemistry. So as you already said, the major component in the detergent are the surfactants. Yeah, as you mentioned, the sodium lauryl sulfate. There could be more different type of the surfactants. But what they basically do, the tensides, for our health, they by regular usage they irritate the skin. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's in the commercial products with synthetic surfactants, which of course is not the case because we have the natural components. Then the other what you mentioned is solvents, yeah, which is generally used in most of the detergents, and that's the kind of you can find it on the label like glycols or the ethers or basically that's the kind of the groups of the solvents, and the solvents are dangerous for our health because we inhalate the solvents, and then especially in the closed area like in the bathroom, it could damage potential damages for your lungs or for your liver, or that's the major organs irritants, yeah, and kidneys even. Then when you look on the labels and you can look for the components, you mentioned the optical brighteners, very right. And then there is a group which you see generally written as an antibacterial agent. And there is like very commonly used is so-called triclosan, which is the antibacterial agent you can see on the label. And triclosan is one of the, I think it's now getting to be banned in many countries because it's very dangerous, what you said, for algae in the ocean. So this is the recent research, and triclosan is one of the very dangerous for the green life in the oceans. So, and what probably you mentioned a lot of stuff on the what is in the detergent. So maybe I would mention the in softeners, which is what you can see on the label, so-called QUAT, which is quaternary ammonium salt, which is in most of the softeners, and this is one of the chemicals which could cause except the skin irritation, it could cause asthma. There is a lot of research done on asthma with these molecules called QUATs, yeah. And then probably, the synthetic perfumes, they usually contain the solvents, but as well kind of it's getting to be banned in most of the country, but still you can find the phthalates. Yes?
Yeah, because apparently I heard that when they say it's easy for them just to write perfume, but apparently underneath or perfume, it can mean something like 24 different items or chemicals that are harmful. So you don't really know what perfume, what does that mean? It could
And
be very
one is the synthetic perfumes, and you don't know what it contains and what quantity. Many of these chemicals, they could be the potential endocrine disruptors or neurotoxins, yes, which could cause dizziness or kind of the migraines, yeah. It's the same as a solvents. That's the same kind of the potential risk for your health. So basically, there is many chemicals which, as you made that nice comparison, that on the surface we can see just a few groups, like 5 groups, but what is really behind is the list. Sometimes up to 20, 30 different chemicals inside.
which is not, and with the is it builders, that also the combination of these chemicals, which because we are so not sure, we are unsure if exactly what ones are present in each product, also the combination of them, it could be harmful. So if they test it, oh no, this is fine, and in small doses, it's fine, it's not harmful to the body. However, in combination with the other ones, it is, or it can be. And also for long-term use, it's like with a cigarette. We had this before, didn't we? When, for example, the use of the sprays for kitchen and bathroom sprays, when you spray it and those particles get into your lungs, it damages the lungs. Like, this is for people that use it every day, like cleaners. It damages the lungs the same way as if you smoke 20 cigarettes a day. That's how many toxic that is. And yet again, we don't even know that is. But so if you use it once, it's fine. But use it so many years, then it's killing us, literally.
One chemical you can read here on the right side, which is interesting. It's when you see the dimethyl amino whatever acrylate copolymer citrate.
Right.
And
can't even pronounce it. How did you say
whatever,
that?
it's a long molecule, but basically it's you see it there like a copolymer or acrylate. You know it from kind of this is actually what creates the very smooth micronic micro layer on the surface of your dishes. Yeah.
Ah,
So
okay.
this is what we are talking about, that by very, very microscopic layer, yeah, because it's a copolymer, yeah, and this acrylate is the usage what we discussed, that sometimes when you start using our products, you have to use it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, actually to release and remove this micro layer which stays on the surface, because once you use over and over certain detergent, for example, for floors, when you are cleaning, I think Oscar mentioned it last time, as he is using it for the industrial cleaning. You create the layer on the surface of the tiles, and you need maybe to clean it 2, 3, 4 times just with water to remove this microscopic layer. And this is the molecule, this is that chemical there.
Oh, I see. And is that on other products as well? Because apparently the ones that you clean the bathroom, say if you have your shower screen.
I have no idea. I just seen it. Why wrote it? I remember a long time ago we were in the research, working with one research institute in Slovakia producing this kind of molecule. So that's why I remember what for it was. So I've never seen it like this. So it was very interesting for me. Wow, I see it here.
Yeah. Yeah, it apparently then I don't know, these chemicals or what, yeah, it probably is this chemical that makes it, but it leaves that layer and it acts like glue in a way.
Yeah.
So that's why dust settles on our surfaces quicker, water scale is formed quicker on those shower units, then also the windows, they get dirtier. And since I've been using the products, that everything is so much cleaner because there is no chemical left, there's no film, as you so that explains to you as well, whoever uses Greenway products, that's what's happening. And yes, if you use, for example, want to wash the windows, we had many times people are saying, oh, my cloth doesn't work properly because it leaves smudges. And you're like, well, sometimes there are the residues of the chemicals that we used before a window cleaner, and it doesn't, you have to wash it, use it 2 or 3 times for it to wash out of that window, isn't it? So that's why now you explained it to us. It all makes sense, and it works. We can actually see it. We can see in with naked eye. And the same, I suppose, is for the clothes, isn't it? Wearing clothes when you, I suppose, anybody who uses these strips over time, we actually will get to the point when you, I don't know, wash your clothes 30 times, or as it says, for all the phosphate and that 1.4, that one.
Dioxide.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get to the point where we can wear clothes without any chemicals in it. That would be brilliant, thanks to Greenway. So yeah, anybody, having Darinka here, who's definitely an expert in chemistry, anyone has got any questions about any other products or anything that all these ingredients? And we'll never know. We don't know, because of course it's big money in there, and we know what corporate world it's about, and it's up to us to make a decision if you're going to be conditioned keep using these products and not knowing. We had a video about it, didn't we, from a film called The C Word on Netflix, which talks about cancer, and one of the sections was about the chemicals causing toxicity in our body and causes cancer. So there are, I don't know, there's more, I suppose we're becoming more and more aware of these danger and damage that happens to our body. So why is it that we know that the products work? So I'm gonna just wrap up what that finish of the idea of Greenway, because this is for everybody. What we do, their idea is, for example, with these products, is Greenway says, yes, brilliant product. Try them yourself. If you like them, recommend them to the others. You don't have to sell them. That's what they're saying. You don't need to sell anything. You don't need to have any education. You don't have to be. You can be any color, age, nationality. If you have disabilities, anything, you can do this, because it's just spreading the word and spreading the word. And it's not about selling clothes. It's about, as was it Maros on Slovakian Zoom said last time, we are offering health, and we are offering clean environment for our kids and future generations. When we do this, and when we recommend, because Greenway rewards people by doing this. So when you then, I spend a lot of money, even though they're very affordable, not a lot of money. Somebody might think it is a lot of money. It was 380 euros. Yes, so about 350, 60 pounds. I bought on these products because I wanted it when I heard about it. I've never done MLM before, and I wasn't even interested in doing it because it's a network marketing company. I wanted those products, and also it's a personal battle for me and for a very close member of my family who's got cancer. So again, we wanted to detox the body. So I bought them as well because I wanted them. But then because they were so fantastic, and I created Eco Household, and also use the products for personal hygiene. So I only wash my body with water, a little bit only where I shave, of course, like for personal hygiene, then there is a bit of soap, but that's it. And everything else, the whole household, I haven't bought one cleaning product since. Then you recommend to the others. And as I mentioned earlier, 55% of all turnover goes to these people. There's a marketing plan that we talked about last week, and there are some videos about it. So whoever is interested, and if you haven't, if you only use the products and you would like to find out more about it, you can have a look, and our YouTube channel, or you can join us every Thursday at 8 o'clock, where we will be talking about it. There will be always a marketing plan as well, and or like how to do business with Greenway if you're interested. For anybody who's interested, because you can either just use the product and be happy with it, because I think you will be, even if they are not perfect. Somebody goes, oh, this is not perfect, that is not, just little glitches perhaps, and I go, well, can you put that, is that really a problem in comparison to using all the chemicals and that are harmful to us? It's up to everybody. Yeah, I just hope, I really want to tell everybody, because you can have clean and healthy household, yes, create a green path, and we're changing the world for the better, and it's a meaningful job opportunity for absolutely everybody. Simple, very simple, because the cloths are very simple. They're simple to use, they're simple to look after. Yes, there is a certain way of looking after them, because otherwise you would damage the special smart microfiber, because they are so, for example, this cloth, I'll tell you another fact. Do I have it here? I just want to give you the fact. For example, this cloth is, it looks like an ordinary cloth, but it's a result of many years' hard work of scientists that dissected the fiber under the microscope 8.24 times. It is made out of polyamide and polyester, the same ratio. It can absorb millions of bacteria and destroy it. If we untwisted it and put together the fiber from the cloth, it would be 46.7 kilometers long. So if somebody tells you, oh, I've seen these cloths already, I've used them, and yeah, they are on the market and they are on various shopping portals out there, you can say, no, they're not. You cannot buy them in the shop, you cannot buy them anywhere else, of course. Leonid Morgunov actually had these cloths for a long time, but he couldn't sell them because, yes, they are a bit more expensive than ordinary products. However, they last and they save us a lot of money. So, and still a very, very cheap in comparison to the quality. So yes, they are only available via Greenway. So either from a partner or you become a partner and you can buy them. And you will not get the same quality anywhere else, because the smart fiber that doesn't leave, that absorbs everything. Because we have a cloth for windows washing, for car washing. When you wash it, the cloth is filthy, literally, but your hands are clean. It's all inside it. And as I mentioned, combination of the smart fiber and nanosilver particles is the one where makes it unique, absolutely unique. There isn't anything out there on the market. So if somebody tells you, yes, I have them, or they're much cheaper, I say, well, go and try them, because you don't, you don't, and they don't work nowhere near as well as these gloves. Because that special microfiber, it's tiny, 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 microscopic. It's hard to believe in even. And that nanosilver technology, I just really, really hope that Mikaela will be able to tell us more about it, because that is so interesting, and that will open your eyes, and it will make you more comfortable with the products and using them, and more confident as well, because you will not be scared just using them and no other chemicals. Because sometimes you go, oh, just squirt a bit more of that washing up liquid, because it might not be, there still might be some bacteria from the meat or fish or whatever. If you knew to know what nanosilver does, then good quality one apparently. So, but from what I've seen, we have the results, so we know that it works, and it's amazing products. Anyway, so job opportunity for absolutely everybody. We're opening the market in India and Vietnam in January 2021. This is the same way as they opened the market in February 2020. So what the job opportunity is concerned is massive. I think this is an opportunity which comes once in a lifetime. As they said in Russia, we have for anybody who wants to I don't know, do this as a business, they've got winning lottery in their hands, because it's a new product, and the company in 5 years' time, having having a projection of a turnover of $5 million is a company. There's only 3 of them in the world that have that turnover, that kind of turnover out there. So if we start now and, I don't know, opening other countries, and definitely will Darinkaya, if we open other countries and continents even, then there's just no stopping us. So anybody who's interested in it, as I said, you can contact us and help you. Of course, you can contact any of you, your sponsor, your mentor, call it mentor, and there are a lot of groups that you can join as well. A question is it possible to hear this again if you're recording? Yes, I am. So we will, I hope I am. Yes. So I will post it again and I'll send the link into our group. The link, I will send you the link as well, whoever is interested. I'll put it in the messenger group for Michaela Coresi's video. She's, I listened to it 4 times because there was so valuable information. There is obviously so much to take in, but I just totally confident in nanosilver now, or in our products, because I know what it can do. So I hope so as well. I hope. And that leaves us to the last slide. And it's time for me to say thank you to absolutely everybody who was here this evening. And if you have any questions, please let us know. You can unmute yourself or write anything in the notes. Next week, we don't know. We'll see what Michaela says. If we have the privilege to have her with us or not, but we will prepare something for you as well again next week. So probably something about the marketing plan. Even suggested to do that about S1, S2, S3, and leader, how to become one. So perhaps we'll do that. We'll see. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to wish you to have a very, very lovely evening and play this video, which is a promotional video from Greenway's website, just so that you get a bit more motivated, or a bit more. It's beautiful. So thank you so much. Thank you, Michaela. Sweet dreams as well. Have a good night, everybody. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank
Look at the world around you. What is it like? What will survive when you are gone? What will you leave behind? What gifts will you give to your children? Look deep inside. Remember your most daring goal. Bring that spirit into your dreams and start on your way. Together with Greenway, every day we take a small step towards a big goal. We care about the health of our planet and preserving it for future generations. After all, the future of the Earth is the future of our children. What kind it will be depends on us. Greenway means modern and safe products for your home that make life better. They promote health and do not harm the environment. It is a pleasure to come back home. Home to comfort, where children are laughing and warm hugs are always waiting. Home, where you can be yourself, where your family is loved and understood. Greenway opens the doors to anyone who wants to change their life. We are different, but we are united by one goal and the same principles. Our partnership is based on respect, mutual support, and gratitude. Together, we can do more. By joining our forces, we can achieve absolute business records. We will keep going forward. The sky is the limit. Greenway is a world of endless growth opportunities, financial stability, and a better quality of life. We are creating a business that brings joy, and we're growing our business with pleasure. Join us. Together, we'll make the world a better place.
You see, Katka, everybody wants continuation.
Everybody wants to. What? Sorry.
Nobody wants to leave.
I know. I love watching that video as well because
Yeah.
you feel good. You feel good for what we do. Any hard work, which I don't find it hard work. I found myself in it. I love it, and I know you did as well, and many of us. And it is for the good cause. It ticks all the boxes for me. So it's literally joy and pleasure
Yeah,
to do this and
so
be part of this.
thank you, Katka.
Thank
Very
you,
good.
everyone. Have a good
Okay.
night.
So, good night. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.